Hi, my name is Nathan Hall, and I'm an Associate Dean in Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies at McGill University. As an Associate Dean, my job is to help support grad students and administrators at McGill who work with grad students, like graduate program directors or department chairs, while also working to develop policies and regulations to help improve the graduate student training experiences and the well-being of our grad students at McGill. Now, as part of this, we do a lot of workshops, and as part of these workshops, students have a lot of questions. And there is one question in particular that I get all the time, and I'll read it to you now. A student asks, do you have any advice for working with a busy supervisor? How can I avoid feeling like I am a burden on them? In my bachelor's degree, I didn't have a supervisor and had to figure everything out by myself, and now I'm not sure if I'm allowed to bother my supervisor with my questions. So to answer this question, yes, supervisors are busy. And so are your course instructors, and your graduate program director, and your department chair, and your dean. Everyone is busy. That said, for each of these positions, supporting graduate students is a core job requirement. This means that by definition, your academic and research training should not be considered an irritating or burdensome add-on, but instead a critical part of our job description. It's our job to make sure we take the time to support you through your degree and provide an optimal training experience, in addition to whatever other research, teaching service, or administrative tasks we're trying to juggle. At the same time, being efficient when seeking feedback and conducting meetings effectively are useful skills that can help you get the best out of a busy supervisor. For example, setting regularly scheduled bi-weekly meetings at the start of a term is an exceptionally useful strategy. This saves a lot of time by not having to schedule individual meetings every time a problem arises. It can also help your meetings feel less like a burden because you are not meeting your supervisor only when there's some kind of problem that has come up. Instead, your meetings will likely be shorter and just feel like regular check-ins where small problems are addressed before they balloon into bigger issues. And as an extra bonus, if you don't need a meeting, you can just cancel it. And if there's anything people, especially academics, appreciate more than short meetings, it's that extra bit of free time when a meeting gets canceled. In addition to scheduling meetings, it can also be important to ask yourself if you're conducting your meetings as efficiently as you could. For example, do you prepare a meeting agenda and share it with your supervisor in advance? Do you provide email summaries to your supervisor after meetings to avoid misunderstandings later on? Do you ask your supervisor when feedback can be expected and if or how they would like to get a reminder? Did you consult with others or review documentation about technical or logistical questions before asking your supervisor? Do you actually talk to your committee members or ask questions only of your supervisor? Completing a graduate degree is different, of course, from doing an undergraduate degree in that it requires much more independence and initiative in making sure you are getting the most out of your research experience. Thankfully, there are simple and highly effective steps you can take to making your interactions with your supervisor more efficient and more effective.